A few weeks ago, Bamboo Lab released this Supertak build plate, which is supposed to be the best build plate out there for PLA and PETG, but does it actually hold up to the hype? I've been testing out this build plate for the past few weeks, so here's what I think of it. In the past, I've used textured PEI most of the time because that's what these printers come with, and it's worked pretty well, and you can use a lot of different filaments on these build plates. PEI is pretty great because it offers good adhesion when the build plates are clean, and when the print bed cools, it self-releases the prints. However, the print beds have to be kept very clean in order for you to get the adhesion you want. If not, you'll probably end up with some spaghetti. Oils and residues from your fingers from just touching the build plate can make it dirty, and then the prints will likely fail, which is one of the things that this new build plate aims to solve. Generally, when you're printing with textured PEI, you're printing at around 65 degrees Celsius, but since this is a cool plate, you print at around 45 degrees Celsius, which actually saves you energy, which in turn saves you money. It actually takes a pretty good amount of energy for you to heat up your bed, so having it at a lower temperature is nice because then you're saving some money when you're printing because you don't have to heat it up as high and maintain that temperature. However, this does mean that the prints don't self-release when the print cools down, and they're pretty much stuck to the bed until you pry them off. So does this bed actually offer really good adhesion? And the answer is yes. The adhesion on this build plate for PLA and PETG is very good. Sometimes it's almost too good. I have had only one print failure over the past like 2 or 3 weeks, and the print failure wasn't even because the build plate didn't secure it on there. It was because I was printing at 65 degrees Celsius instead of 45 like I'm supposed to, and it ended up not sticking for some reason, but it's likely because I was printing at the wrong temperature. So the print bed has been offering very good adhesion and working on 99% of the prints that I've done. The finish on the bottom of the prints off this build plate are kind of like a satin. They're not completely like glossy and smooth, but they're also not really rough. The bottom and the top of your prints will look very similar because the surface finish on the bottom is kind of made to replicate the surface finish that you'll get on the top. So you don't have one that's shiny or one that's textured and one on the top that looks completely different. It's kind of meant to look the same on both sides, which is something I really like because you don't really get this on textured PEI because one of the surfaces is very textured while the other one is pretty smooth. With this, you're getting the same on both sides or like close to the same. This build plate isn't as affected by the oils on your hands or things like that like PEI is, so you're actually able to touch it and have your hands on it without having to be worried about cleaning it right afterwards. I have touched the build surface and then went ahead and tried another print, and the adhesion was the same as every other time, so it really just proves that it isn't really affected by the oils on your hands like it is when you print with PEI. You're not really supposed to clean this build plate with any solvents or anything like acetone. You're kind of supposed to leave it, and it just does a really good job of being able to print even when it's kind of dirty. A lot of times PETG can be pretty hard to print with because of its warping, but I've printed some PETG and PETG high flow on this build plate and haven't seen any warping, which is really nice because the prints have stuck just as well as PLA, which is something you don't always see with PETG. So overall, this build plate has offered really great adhesion for all the prints that I've tried, and Bamboo Lab claims that over time that adhesion will continue. One of the downsides is the amount of different kinds of filaments you can print on this build plate. With PEI, you're able to print a ton of different types of filaments on it. However, with this build plate, you're only able to print PLA and PETG, so you are limited in that factor. However, a lot of the printing that I do is in PETG high flow or PLA, so it doesn't matter too much. And in general, the most used filaments are PLA and PETG anyways, so this build plate is good for pretty much anyone. You just have to remember if you're going to print with a different type of filament to switch out the build plate before you do. Earlier I said that the adhesion is really good and almost too good, so I'm going to explain what I mean by that. If you have really small prints that are kind of flat, it can be really hard to get them off the build plate because they don't self-release when the print bed cools. With PEI, all the prints release when the print bed cools because it loses its grip. However, with this build plate, you have to physically pry the prints off because they are stuck on there once they are printed onto the build plate. This means you really shouldn't print with a brim ever, because it's going to be really hard to pry it all off and scrape it all, because it is just very hard to get very flat and very small prints off the plate. And if you're printing a ton of small and flat prints, this probably isn't the build plate for you, because it can be really hard to pry them off and often breaking them if they're pretty fragile. But for bigger and prints that have a lot more geometries, this build plate is perfect because they can easily be pried off or scraped off using the scraper. I printed a miniature Uno set and it had a ton of mini little Uno cards. All of the cards stuck phenomenally to the build plate and I didn't have any issues with adhesion. However, when I was trying to get them off, it was very difficult because it was hard to actually pry them off the build plate, and you had to do a lot of bending of the build plate, which probably isn't good in the long run. And it was kind of hard to get the tool underneath to try and scrape them off, but I eventually was able to get them all off, so they weren't like stuck on there for good or anything. It was just more difficult than if I printed on a completely clean PEI build plate, but getting small prints to stick on PEI is also a big challenge, so you kind of have to pick your battle. Do you want to have trouble trying to get it off the plate, or do you want to have trouble trying to get it to stick to the plate? It's kind of up to you. If you need a build plate that has great adhesion on almost all of your prints though in PLA and PETG, the Supertak is definitely for you, especially if you do a lot of PLA and PETG printing. One of the issues I have had, however, is that my Bambu Lab X1 Carbon has not been able to identify the indicator on the build plate. There is a little built-in indicator at the bottom of the build plate that's supposed to tell my X1 Carbon which plate I have loaded. And I even have the newest software and firmware. For some reason, it still hasn't been picking it up correctly. It'll just keep giving me an error that it either can't find the build plate indicator or that the build plate indicator is wrong. So I'm not too sure what this is about, or if a lot of other people are having this issue, or if it's just me, but that's one of the problems I have been having. The way I've gotten around this though is selecting the P1S in my slicer software and just sending it to that, because it doesn't check for the build plate indicator. But this doesn't allow me to do the things like pressure advance and the other advanced features that the X1 Carbon has. So overall, I think the Supertak is a really good option and you should definitely check it out. I think a lot of people print with a lot of PLA and PETG, so this build plate is for basically anyone. And for only 30 bucks, it's not going to break the bank, so I would definitely say check it out if you want your prints to stick perfectly every single time. Bambu Lab did send me the build plate to try out, but they didn't tell me to make a video or give me any money or tell me what to say or anything. These are my own thoughts and this is my own video that I made. If you would like to support the channel though, you can use my affiliate link if you want to check it out. However, I believe as of filming this right now, it is sold out for the next few weeks. But when it's back in stock, you all should definitely check it out and pick one up. And you should all subscribe as well to help me get to 100,000 subscribers so I can get my play button.